Now we will continue where we left off. We are going to do some overlapping action for the body, tails, and the head. And we will also be adding some more secondary action to make our animation look more alive. So for the tails, I already created picker for each of the tail. Okay, so it will be easier for me to animate. Okay, then I will set the first keyframe to all 0. Let's 0 out first. And the last keyframe to all 0. Okay, so it will fly up and down in a straight line for now. This is the lowest point, so we will just bring them down a bit to the lowest point. Copy and paste to the last keyframe. And the highest point is 20, so we will bring them up all together. Okay, as the last keyframe, it will look something like this. Now what we need to do is the same thing. We need to offset. Just select all the controller. You just need to create an infinity loop. We will offset every single controller. So this is a full controller. Select all the controller, -1. We will move this, everything 2 frame back. Okay, then continue. Everything just offset by 2 keyframes. Okay, continue the rest. Okay, after you are done, take a look at the result. You will feel a bit of overlapping, a smoother one, but the tail is a bit too straight. So let's try to make it more obvious. Okay, like this part, I would like him to go down more. So use the graph editor. Maybe we will push them down by a bit more. I'll use this, push them out a bit more. We use 4 and 4. Now it's flying up too much, so we can reduce them using the first controller. This is how the curve looks like. It should be offset and play around with the value, okay, until a tail that you are satisfied. So for now, I will just keep it like this. Okay, maybe I will add a bit of this turning. Let's use the rotation. Select all the rotation Y. Once we select the rotation Y, we will select all the center one, push it out a bit, and this one will push it out by a bit also. We will have a bit of left and right. Maybe we can increase to 1. So we have a bit of left and right movement. So now we will do the head. Okay, why not we start from the body first, which is this one. The body, we will do the controller for it. It's 20 by 20. Then we will change the color. Okay, this button, this one. Okay, this is the head already. So this is the body, and we will use this as a head. Change it to blue. Okay, for the body, we delete all the in between. Same thing at the 20, we will go up, and then it will go down. Just a bit of offset for the first one. Select 3 first. Same thing, go and loop it. Cycle, post infinity cycle. Okay, then select the last one. We will just move them back by 2 frames. Okay, select both. Move them back by 2 frames. So for the body, we are done. We only left with the neck. This one. This is the neck. Let's add the controller for the rest. Save the file. Okay, so we have all the neck. Okay, same thing, delete the in between. Select all the neck and all the graph editor. Make it a loop. So at 20, we'll move up a bit. At 0, we'll move down a bit. Okay, copy and paste to the last keyframe. Then we will offset the controller by a bit. 2 keyframe. 2 keyframe. 2 keyframe. And 2 keyframe. Then we will increase the value a bit. This will be the red. Select all the rotation X. Okay, what we need to do is to increase the value. Just scale them up a bit so that the neck movement is more obvious. If you want more obvious, we can scale it some more. Okay, maybe the top part will reduce, we'll move the whole thing down, up. I think it's a bit too much, so we reduce them some more. Lastly is just the head controller, which is this one. This one we only have one controller, so we will do the offset here. Okay, just move that up a bit. Same thing, make it a loop, and we will push the animation back a bit. See, we can offset it more. Okay, I think it looks good. With all the overlapping added in, we can start to add in some more details. We can polish the animation now. There are things that we can exaggerate, like the wing. We want to make it more powerful. Let's save the animation first. So for the wing, say at this beginning of the pose, okay, we want to make it more spread out. These are all the wing controller. Okay, make it more spread out. Okay, also include this finger. Okay, we want this finger animation to be spread out. Okay, maybe spread out the wing a bit more. Okay, then select all the wings and make sure this is a loop. So 0 have to copy to 40. So make sure the wing don't have that ease in and ease out. So when you look at the animation, there's a small ease in over here. Just look at your graph editor, your wings, make it a loop. Okay, you can see that some of the animation like this, there's a ease in, ease out. Right, so we need to fix this one. So select that curve, then we can isolate the curve. So we can see here, we can edit it easier. Okay, then we polish up the curve a bit. Okay, once we are done, we go back and look up for those ease in, ease out. Like this one, curve, isolate. Okay, once it's good, we can go back and take a look at the animation again. Now we have the claw animation and the wing is a bit more exaggerated. We can add small details like the mouth, open and close. So delete the in-between first. So it's the same thing. Just have it at the midpoint, open up a bit. Okay, then offset the mouth a bit. Just go to graph editor and make it a loop. Okay, everything is the same. So just make sure offset a bit. So you have a bit of animation for the mouth. So we can play with the foot. We can open up and close a bit more. Play with all the secondary action. Okay, I think we can use the graph editor. For example, this one. Okay, we want to open it up some more. So the other one also. Okay, close a bit more. Open it up a bit more. So this is how I usually do my overlapping. Of course, you have your own method you can follow. But I feel that this is the fastest way you can do your overlapping. The whole animation is 0 to 40. Okay, but you need to, when you are doing the play blast, you should play blast from 0 to 39 only. There will be no lag in between. So we have come to the end of the tutorial. Just make sure before you animate, make sure you build up your foundation first before you learn how to do a flying cycle. because learning the creature animation is quite advanced and you really need to know all the basic for the body mechanic first. Right, so I will stop here for today. Hope to see you next time.